So, what's with the traffic lights on this website? The green lights are signals for us to implement a suggestion now on behalf of the environment. Some green recommendations come with no cost. For example, turning off our monitors when we go home saves electricity with no corresponding cost. So, the green light means do it now. The yellow light signals that some planning and some cost is involved. Implementing the change positively impacts the environment and may reduce other costs, but we have to spend to save. The red light signals that we must be opportunistic and implement only when the time is right. There will be a cost, which can be partially offset if an alternate expense is avoided. When deciding on when to implement yellow and red light initiatives, it helps to look at a bell curve, which was first developed by Everett Rogers in 1962. This curve helps guide our decisions on what to buy and when to buy new technology. Our own personalities affect our appetite for new technology. Rogers divides us into 5 categories according to our openness to change. Innovators and early adopters are generally dissatisfied with the status quo and assume the change is for the better. Sometimes innovators buy because there is a coolness factor. The early and late majority, called mainstream adopters, make up 64% of the population. These are folks who will determine whether a new technology becomes mainstream. Laggards are very set in their way and will only adopt innovation when it has already become mainstream or standard practice. In addition to our personalities, we have to look at the maturity of the product we already have. If the product we already have is on the growth side, the left side of the bell curve, the red traffic light probably means stop. Waiting until the product we already have matures before we replace it improves the return on investment. We also expect that better choices will be available to us in the future if we wait. If the product we already have is on the decline side of the product maturity scale, the red traffic light may immediately turn green for us. We have already realized our return on investment, and danger lurks if we don't look to upgrade soon. If we are feeling pain due to dissatisfaction with the product we already have, we have to look seriously at new technology just to relieve that pain. If we are satisfied with what we already have, there is no objective reason to buy, unless some outside factor forces us to change. So we wait, grow our return on investment, and assume something better will come along later. Sometimes staying put with what we already have is not an option because the status quo is untenable. This kind of predicament makes the costly green choice much more attractive because implementing the green choice avoids a likely similar cost. If, by making a green purchase, we can avoid a similar cost that is not as green, we go ahead and buy. The red light turns green. For example, it is a lot easier to justify the purchase of a hybrid automobile if we absolutely need to buy a new car anyway. If we need to buy a new car, maintaining the status quo is no longer an option. The real choice is between a hybrid and a conventional engine. We only need to justify the difference in cost. Lastly, if we can gain a competitive advantage by employing the new technology, the red light may immediately turn green. We go ahead and buy. To summarize, if we can realize a cost savings or a competitive advantage, or if the cool factor overwhelms us, we buy. One affirmative answer usually means we buy now.